So, here we are, of course, the fourth series between these two sensational players. Very much looking forward to seeing which way all of this is going to go. And well, the two we've got up in front of us today, spawning down in the bottom right-hand position as the red Zerg player representing Team Acer, none other than Nerchio. And his opponent, in the top right, the blue Zerg from mYi, it's Kane. So, both of these two, very, very good players. Nerchio slightly with the edge though, although it's a bit more tough. And both of them have a bit of fun chit-chat coming from here. And that of course is exciting, because everyone likes a little bit of trash talk early on in the game. Makes things a bit more exciting. But yes, let me recap what we've seen so far this evening, because this is the fourth series of the night. The first, Scarlet versus Dana. Scarlet 2-0'd, took an early lead for Acer. Then we saw JackG take on Paranoid in a ZvZ. JackG was like, boom! 2-0'd. And leveled it out. Then, the last game, or the last series, we saw Stardust take on mYi. Stardust went for two beautiful, very aggressive plays involving lots of zealots off of two bases, and both of which were successful. mYi unfortunately fell, meaning that mYi is now 2-0 up over Team Acer. Everything rests on Nerchio's shoulders though, because Nerchio currently is playing in a series, so obviously he's got to win this one, otherwise mYi win 3-1 and they advance through to the finals. But even if Nerchio wins versus Kane, then we get some fun times, because then he has to face off against JackG. That would be a monumentally hard game. For both players, it's worth noting. So, for the moment, we just see some cool times. Kane with his natural base coming down that another observer is pinging at. And, well, at the natural base we also have Nerchio's hatchery coming down. So both these two going for very similar builds for the time being. The main difference, or the main variance, being the gas that we see from Nerchio. That's a significantly earlier gas. Also the spawning pool was down a tad sooner. We also see that there's two links down at the moment for Nerchio and Kane, so neither of them going to be able to do too much. And well, everything is looking fairly cool. Everything's looking completely safe for both of them, neither aiming to completely eradicate the other, at least in the early few minutes of the game. Kane now adding on double gases. That means that he is going to be able to get his speed started up pretty soon. Regardless though, it's a lot later though than Nerchio's speed. That's already on its way, so he's going to have a good map mobility advantage earlier on. Whereas if we take a quick little peek at Kane, he's going to have a fractionally higher drone count, and it is fractional. Kane just needs to be aware that he's at a gas disadvantage, and he will be aware of that. The fact that he's gone for two gases simultaneously is a calculated build. It's one that he's no doubt done many times and is aware how that will interact in a ZvZ. As a result, I wouldn't be surprised to see things like a spine crawler come down there, just to be a bit more careful in case any early Zergling pressure came through. May also opt to get a bit of a wall off going on, maybe double Evo, maybe an Evo and a Roach Warren. Just something to make sure that he's safe. Maybe a Baneling Nest too, there we go. So an early Baneling Nest just means that any big speedling plays he'll be able to defend against. Where he's able to be secure with a nice little bit of Banelings just sitting there defensively. It's not going to be able to do that much. So for the moment, Kane just pressuring up. Going to go for a little bit of a fight here. So Nerchio did come out quite a bit better there. It's minor trades there, but obviously being able to pick off a couple of lings, very strong. And yeah, this is now still looking very solid. Both players very equal on that drone count. Kane going for a nice early kill on an Overlord with these two additional queens that he's got out over that of Nerchio's. Gonna pull back though, doesn't want to go off creep. Doesn't want to take anything too risky. But what this has already achieved is just really limiting Nerchio's vision. The first Nerchio would know about any move out from Kane is this Overlord, and that's why immediately we see Nerchio start creeping that forward just to get a bit of an earlier spot at it. Kane does have Zergling speed nearly done. Nerchio back at home though, morphed in a single lone Baneling. He's gonna need some more, I can assure you of that much, because this is actually a substantial number of Lings Kane has coming across the map. He's morphing in with 14 Banelings. That is very significant. It's seen though, and so straight away Nerchio gonna start trying to pick away at them, get a little bit more damage. His Baneling will detonate. And I said Baneling and not Banelings. The rest sitting back at the natural base, trying to play it carefully. More Banelings rolling in now. The Spine Crawler gets annihilated. We need to see some quick damage done. Nice splits from everyone, but a massive Baneling detonation goes down there, and all of Kane's Zerglings have been taken out. Great defense there by Nerchio, and for the moment, he is safe. He's stopped the pressure. He's got a lot of defensive Banelings of his own. However, Kane, he's moving across the map with more Lings, and is going in for some more pressure. However, Nerchio is in a very strong position at the moment. He's got so many Banelings there, going to be able to take out some of those morphing Banelings. Good trade there, lost less than that of Nerchio, of Kane. And all in all, Nerchio, I'm confident to say, is ahead. He's got 4 more workers and he's held off this aggression. There's still more Lings on their way out, but more importantly, the Spire is just about to complete for Nerchio. That's huge. That's where Nerchio gets the air superiority by a large margin. The lair isn't even done for Kane yet, so once these mutas come out, it could be all over for Kane. He's going for one last huzzah. A lot of Banelings coming through here. And for the moment, he's getting the momentum he needs. Nerchio backs away, because this is scary. If you had exploding, green, waddling animals bounding towards you, you'd be a bit concerned. 1 detonation, 2, 3 detonations, a lot of Banelings there. The 2 Queens and Spinecall are going to be looking to shut down the remaining Banelings. The Queens take some big hits, but with the Mutalisk coming out, that should get shut down. Nerchio coming in with his own Banelings now, only needs one more connection and it'll be very good for him. Unfortunately for Kane, he's unable to break Nerchio. And as expected, once he realizes that Nerchio has his Spire done and Mutalisks out when Kane had not even started his lair, he GG's. So 1-0 up to Nerchio. Is this going to be a quick 2-0 like we've seen in all the other games?